Welcome back to Co-op Critics!
Yay!
Yay! Indeed, yay. We have had a great time playing games today, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, this is... I don't know if we said it in the last Let's Plays, but we basically, like, every time we were doing these, we had other stuff to do that day.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had to get done by a certain time, and so, like, we weren't able to just kind of, like, have fun.
Yeah.
Which is what makes these fun to do. We weren't allowed to just... Oh, no, it's Kent.
I hate that guy.
Kent is a douche. You go away. Yeah, do it. Do it. Yeah, right in the face. Can't you see I'm hard at work? I love the way he eats.
Just
through his mask.
Nah, 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 nah. What I love is if you go like...
Golly,
he just chugs a whole bottle. I don't feel like doing that. I'm gonna leave you alone for
yeah, just leave him. Yeah, there it is.
Yay,
Yay,
katana!
katana.
Whee!
The katana is the greatest. I'm pretty sure it's like one of the strongest weapons in the game.
Yeah, but it's really fragile.
Yeah, it breaks pretty fast.
I love it so much.
Shing! Yeah. Yeah, as you level up too, like, Frank originally is much slower too, so like, pretty much everything becomes better when you're like level 50.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, Ken, chill! He almost shot you!
Yeah.
Are you trying to get the machine gun?
Yeah. Okay, hang on a sec. No.
But yeah, me and Tony have been having a great time because we finally can just kind of relax and just continue playing games and taking breaks when we need to. And whoa, there's a teddy bear and orange juice. Oh yeah, orange juice is like the most powerful health item in the game. It's like it's like a joke in my brain all the time. It's because of this game.
What?
Huh? Whoa, what was that?
Oh,
no, he's making you do the mission.
Ugh.
Just leave. Just get out. Take the machine gun, get out. Uh-oh, that area is locked.
What do you mean the area's like? Oh, that entrance plaza? I think that's just like because of stuff.
Because of whatever.
I love it so much. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of the ammunition here.
Cool. So we were talking about Japan earlier.
Oh, you were?
Did you really? You forgot? Yeah, we were talking about Japan and its gun laws.
Oh, the gun laws. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those are pretty interesting. I don't like to complain all the time, but I will say, America makes me uncomfortable with guns a lot. Like, it's not that like I don't want people to be able to have guns ever, but it's more like I do wish that there was a little bit more strict of a licensing process to guns.
Yeah.
Like we're both 21. We're allowed to just purchase a gun with no replications or no one there's no tracking of anything.
Yeah, we could just get a handgun.
We can, yeah. We're perfectly legally allowed to buy one. We have nothing will stop us. And it's really strange because we have no reason to own a gun, neither of us. It would make me so much more comfortable if there was at least a process to get a license to own a gun or something. Like, and it doesn't have to be crazy complicated, but we have to have a license to drive a car. But we don't have to have one to own a gun.
I'm just going to go ahead and... I'm just going to
Oh, you're just going to try and do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. You can just leave. Good picture of the fat lady. But yeah, like... Yeah, and it's so funny because, you know, when you talk about gun laws, that's usually when you get people who are just like, but the Second Amendment, they're going to take away our guns. Look, I understand. We don't want to have, like... I don't know. People talk about, like, but you don't want you don't want us to not be able to overthrow the government. And I'm like, we're kind of already at that point. Let's face it.
Do you seriously think you stand a chance
against like the entire military?
Okay, what is your hunting rifle going to do against
an F-35?
Yeah, yeah. The answer is nothing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you
could have 20 men who can fly helicopters take over an entire city.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not how the world works. You have to have some form of trust with your government these days.
Mm-hmm.
The technology has advanced far too much for you to assume that we can form a militia and take over the government.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, especially with things like nuclear weaponry. the things like nuclear deterrence are certainly interesting to look at, because it's like it is true nuclear bombs are horrible, but at the same time, it does allow people to keep a peace. It's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, people talk about Israel a lot in that situation. They're like, it's true. I mean, lots of people want to take over Israel, but since they have nuclear weapons, no one wants to mess with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a strange concept.
It's deterrence.
Yeah. I personally, though, I do wish it was not as easy to purchase weaponry in America as it is. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of unhealthy people who have, people have heard about it even in other countries, of the unhealthy acts that they have done because of it,
Yeah.
They can just go and buy a weapon because they're above 21.
And I don't know, personally, I just feel like at least put like limitations on stuff like machine guns. I mean, trying to make it.
Well, it already is illegal to own an automatic, I believe, unless you have some sort of license. But even then, it's like the kind of weaponry you can own. Owning a handgun is still pretty.
But I mean, you can get like, what's it called, A3, A13. Something. You can basically get the equivalent of a M16.
Yes, you can.
Whoa, I didn't even know you could.
Except it's a semi M16 usually. Yeah, you can jump off walls. Also, that lady has no pants for some reason. You know, it'd be the worst if this game ended with like a slideshow of all of your pictures, just like forever. It never stops. But what were you saying?
I'm just like, you can get something like an M16 knockoff. It's a semi-automatic. It's not an automatic version of it, but you can get. There's a way to make it something that is semi-automatic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's another thing too. Is that you can. I don't know. I understand people's plights with like trying to say, well, we do have the right to have weaponry. I'm like, look, I understand all that, but I do think that I don't think having limitations or restrictions is not like a huge, deal. Like, I don't know. I guess for me, I'm like, yes, if you have the need to own a gun, then I think that you should be allowed to somehow get it. But I don't think it should be as incredibly easy as it is at this point.
Yes.
It makes me uncomfortable that I can go to a pawn shop, literally, because I have money. Mm-hmm. If I wanted to, I could go to a pawn shop today and buy a gun.
Yeah.
And the only thing that to stop me from using it would be, the police or whatnot. Which, if I go and shoot someone, with the gun I just purchased, then
it's too late at that point.
It's too late, yeah, and that's what makes me uncomfortable. And a lot of other countries have, they've been pretty successful at getting rid of a lot of gun crimes and a lot of very scary. Manslaughter and such. Oh, no, you're going in here?
Yes.
Speaking of guns.
Just to illustrate your point.
He's gonna die. This image is just funny. Just this guy who's like a normal dude, and then you, who just looks crazy.
Okay, so, guy on the left, he's the guy on the right's the guy you want to be is like the ideal gun person.
Really?
This is the actual gun person.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Like, he wants to use it to protect himself and be normal, but the other guy is just crazy.
See, it's people with guns aren't always, like, the safest person to have guns, and you have to accept that that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's funny, because, people have points. The most vicious thing about it has to be that it's like, I want to open the door. It is so hot. The sun is now being... bothered. The door's closed. But like, and it's a lot of people. I think the toughest part for people has to be like the mental health thing. It's safety and mental health is what really it boils down to. And I'm like, look, I mean, in an ideal world, we wouldn't need weaponry. True, but at the same time, it's like
you gotta realize it's not an ideal world.
It's not an ideal world. I think it'd be more ideal if it was not so easy to, like, obtain weaponry, no matter if you're 21 in America, you're allowed to go purchase a gun with no questions asked. Like, I can go and buy a handgun, and then whatever I use it for from there is not going to be, I won't be forbidden to use it in whatever method I feel. Whoa, he can just chuck you?
And he takes away a point.
Oh my goodness, he is
Jesus.
Wait, how did he pick you? You weren't even over there. He just picked you up like you're just made of paper. He has telepathy. But yeah, sorry to get so real. Oh my goodness, talking about gun laws. I don't know. It's just on my mind. It's our show. We can do what we want.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get overly like. I don't want to hit like the touchiest subjects in the world. Like gun laws are a little touchy, but I feel like our audience might not be as.
Yeah.
The thing that like
I would hope our audience is a
people
little
know
more...
like what subjects are just way too touchy, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want to start talking about like religion because come on, guys, why are you here to listen to us talk about religion? Really?
That'd be
a little weird.
Not the best thing.
No. Or no, I don't even want to mention some of the things I'm thinking about. And I'm like, nope. I've already said in my head I don't want to talk about it. I'm glad we broke the ice with the Game Grumps thing there earlier, though.
Yeah.
we're huge fans of them, and it's hard for me to just like pretend they don't exist. We love them. And yes, if you're wondering, we are somewhat inspired by them, and we were inspired to do things like this by them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. You know,
Yeah,
we're not. I feel like with Let's Plays, and I feel like you're like this too. We've mentioned this before on Voxer, is that a large part of what makes a Let's Play is just the personality of the people talking.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And in that sense, I don't feel like we're necessarily copying them.
Yeah, and I think that's where it's like, the point I made was that like PewDiePie, right?
Yeah.
So like his deal is he has the face cam, and like that style of doing Let's Plays, so many people do that.
Yeah.
The thing about Game Grumps is I don't think I see. There are some people who are like them, like two best friends play are a little bit more like them.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't think of it as copying as much as it's just like, if we started saying my Karuba, then I'd be like, okay, we've gone too far.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, no, now we're literally. That's
we
one
are
thing.
Literally them at this point.
And a weird, awkward thing about like doing the show has been thinking about games to play. It's interesting that the games we've played are games that we know they probably won't play.
Yeah.
Because they're not interested in the same games as us. We didn't grow up with the same games. But there are times where there are games that I want to play. Like I was thinking about Wind Waker. Wind Waker, like playing the HD version might be cool, but it is a little weird to me. If we tried to play the whole game, I'm like, that actually is something that was already done.
Yeah.
And we have similar senses of humor, so I feel like the same thing would happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know.
There's a bit of, we have to try different things, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing stuff like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that are our personal favorite games.
Yeah. And this game, I don't even know of anyone who's playing it anymore. Like, like this.
I think the only people I remember actually playing this game.
Oh, good job with the crazy gunman, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I usually die on that because
he's hard.
the main thing is it's hard taking cover, and I kind of got lucky there.
Mm-hmm.
Are
you kidding me? That boss battle's always luck.
Because he can easily just hit you behind stuff, and the aiming controls...
He can pick you up and throw you.
Yeah, and do considerable damage doing so.
Mm-hmm.
With, my one problem with this game is the aiming controls are a little weird, and that, like, it's not really kind of fluid like most games.
Yeah.
There's, like, a bit of a jerk. And here, I'll demonstrate it here in a second, but... Oh, I'm getting this way.
I don't know where you are.
Trying to remember.
Paying attention.
Yeah, here we are. Okay, I know where I am now. There's actually.
Oh my goodness. Otis is really wanting your attention, man.
Yeah,
about something. He's probably like the Otacon of this game.
He is.
He's like calling to be like, by the way, you totally did this thing, and you're like, yeah, I know. I did it just now. Although they don't tutorialize you as much in this game, I will say that.
Okay. So
Medieval weapon shop. What was the jerk thing you were talking about?
Let's see if I can probably more accurate this. So let me zoom in.
There's someone who's glitching out in the background.
Just get myself a little safe here. Okay, so I'm gonna move the thumbstick to the right just a little bit. Notice how it wasn't like a smooth thing?
Yeah,
I just tapped it.
That's a lot of the controls in this game. It's definitely a game that once you get used to it, it's not bad, but it does have its quirks. But that's kind of what makes this game great too, you know?
Yeah.
It's like there's some things that are like bad about it that actually make it great. Like the dumb survivors are one of the things that actually are memorable about the game.
So
even though they're really irritating.
That you can just grab.
Awesome. Man, you were just tearing it up. You were better than I am at this game for sure.
I've played this game quite a bit.
Yeah,
and
this was a game that I really didn't get to play by. I beat it a couple of times. I ended up playing this game in like 2009, I think, and like long after the game's popularity.
I wonder, will the boss battle trigger here?
Huh? Maybe. You might have just doomed us all. Oh, it's actually time for next time, I think. Let me look at that clock. Yeah. Well, we will see y'all next time. I always wait for you to say something. Did you know that?
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough.
Do you like guns? Do you like shooting people? Well, stop it. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe.